Hello, FlimsyLunchTray here, and welcome to World of Warships for our Wednesday highlight, which today is going to be Mode Shuffle, which I'm so excited for it to be back here in World of Warships, in the Tier 10 German premium battleship, the Grosser Kurfürst. So, I just want to talk about this battle and how much fun it was, and we are going to go down the middle here on Two Brothers, and you're going to see some I think some good play. not so much from the enemy team, but it's going to work out pretty well. Now, I do have to make mention, I don't think I've ever told this story before, or this fun fact about FlimsyLunchTray, but in my time, when I was in university, I was in the School of Music, where I attended Ball State University. And one of the things I was very involved in there was the choir life. I was in University Choral Union and then the Statesman Choral Union, or the Statesman, I guess is what it called, all men's choir. And as being part of the choirs, we performed lots of pieces. And sometimes you have, on some of my YouTube videos, those of you who've been around long enough, well, you'll hear these different orchestral pieces in the background, and that is mainly because some of these are ones that I have performed when I was a baritone in the choir. And this piece, the Ode to Joy, Ninth Symphony, the finale, was one of my favorite highlights, where we had the music composer Eric Whitaker. He's done some work with Hans Zimmer on Pirates of the Caribbean. And then he has done some of his own wonderful pieces. And this piece will be a highlight because we performed this piece with multiple other choirs, and this whole orchestra. It was absolutely amazing in rehearsal. We got to the end of this piece where you're using crash cymbals, where it's like that clash. I don't know how to better mimic that. And the one guy's job at the end is, you end on that perfectly cue, because then the piece just instantly falls off upon the big clash as you have this big momentum at the end of the piece. And he completely missed the cue, and after the orchestra was done, he realized he wasn't paying attention so well, and then he crashed the cymbals together. And it was hysterical. Everyone laughed at him. He was embarrassed, and Eric Whitaker says, "Don't do that during the performance this weekend." Anyhow, so I have some of these music pieces, various pieces playing in the background, because it's okay to do it on YouTube, because I pulled from the YouTube music library. So that is why we have Ode to Joy playing in the background today. So now, to get back to this battle, I was working on a combat mission that involved German ships, and I think I realized that it didn't actually count in Mode Shuffle. It counted for some of the other stuff, but not Mode Shuffle. And we ended up having a really good game. So on Two Brothers, when you're doing the middle rush, if you will, there's a few different strategies, but the main essence is you're trying to pull the enemy team's focus off either at the flanks and pull them into the middle. Now, if you're newer to World of Warships, this is it's Mode Shuffle. So you have Epicenter, where you have the three caps, the rings in the center of the map. You have the cap. Then you'll have Convoy, like we have now. We're escorting 6 convoy ships down the green lines you see on the minimap. And then we also end up having airship escort, where it's escorting a big blimp. Okay, so that's Mode Shuffle, and so you get various different achievements for them. We're going to get a really rare one today in this game when we get to the post-battle results. But part of being on Two Brothers is you're trying to pull the enemy team back into the mid, and what happens if you don't have enough players with you, you don't want to just rush out of the end of the channel, because then you instantly step out into a crossfire as the enemy team has gone to the 2-3 line and the 8-9 line as an example. Torpedoes, all this and that. The power of being here in the center, we're not quite center. Yeah, I guess we're about center of the channel, roughly speaking, is that you pull the enemy ships in, and unfortunate to say, some players just don't understand how to take on enemy ships in a narrow channel. Like the Trump, he could have easily gone outside of detectability range and just dumped torpedoes down the channel. Okay, that's one example. You have other enemy ships that they don't know how to engage you in coming up to the channel, so what they do is, as you'll see some dear enemy red players demonstrate for us today, they pull out completely broadside to you. And GK is a very good ship to slap broadsides, as you will see. Versus perhaps being more bow in or angling out so you can't just absolutely smash them when you're in something like the GK. And thankfully we have our 6-kilometer German Hydro. I think we pick up torpedoes 4 kilometers away if I remember correctly with the German Hydro. So Hydro is pretty helpful, and we have a lot of hit points, which is really helpful. And I take the, I mount the 420mm guns here on the GK. I don't remember if the other ones were 406s or something like that. So it is a good ship to take, and we have a Des Moines backing us up as well between his Hydro and radar. So that's kind of my decision. I was like, you know what, let's just go down the middle. It's fun, it's mode shuffle. Let's have some fun. So, contestant number 2, will you please step forward and show us how it's done? As in, not done. Oh no, don't, no, oh. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're defending and you come up to the center of the channel like that, that is not how you do it. Conquer, what are you doing? Don't tell me you're going to do the exact same thing that you just witnessed your tier 8 battleship buddy just get absolutely obliterated. Oh, Conquer. Isn't this fun, guys? Just to sit here at the channel and just have the enemy players feed themselves. I can assure you they are not paid actors, although I recognize some of you will perhaps question the authenticity of that statement. So we switch to secondaries to Conqueror, finish him off. We're backing up because we've seen the Zal coming. We have our Hydro down, we'll be back up for 50 seconds, as we unfortunately just get only overpins on the Zal. But we don't need hydroacoustic search to tell us that the Zal is making a drive-by and dumping all of his torpedoes down the channel. So I'm letting my Des Moines hydros down just in case he was thinking about like yellowing out. He uses the corner of the island here like really well, and that's honestly what you would like to do in like a Des Moines, Salem, Petro, Moskva, and then as you kill the enemy team, then you can begin to step out. Now, there's only 2 enemy players left. You see how quickly that unfolded for the enemy team? Absolutely amazing and astonishing, and we haven't lost any convoy ships yet at this point either. So complimenting Des Moines for doing a really good job. So it was fun working the mid-channel with him. All that to say is I'm very happy with Mode Shuffle here in World of Warships. It kind of gets back at that the brawling essence. I mean, now Epicenter, because they haven't had that one in Mode Shuffle before, you have a lot of island camping per se happening there. But I like getting back into the brawling action and just having a good time here in World of Warships. So it's great to see Mode Shuffle again make a return. I know a lot of players are hoping that it becomes some type of permanent battle type. Will Wargaming do that? I don't know. Especially for NA, as we kind of, well, all servers, but losing players slowly but surely. There's a lot of PvP competition now. I mean, you have ranked, you have randoms, you have Mode Shuffle, you have more players playing the PvE of high tier ops now as well. So I've had a lot of games where I haven't had full 12v12. I think this one was, maybe, I don't remember. So now the rare achievement that we get, I think we actually have gotten, maybe it was 8 of them with this, is Safe Route, or Safe Route, however you pronounce that, where you are able to damage cost enemy ships at least 50%. Yeah, I missed that. But we have all of our convoy ships are safe. They have all their lives, so on and so forth. So we're gonna do almost 200,000 damage with just those few salvos. Only 45 main battery shell hits, 175 secondary hits with those 6 citadels, and topping the team with 2,250. And yeah, it doesn't look like we had a full 12. Looks like 10 here on Convoy in Mode Shuffle. So we only lost to Rochester, so it's was a bit of a blowout for enemy team, but you can see the smacking we did to all these 3 battleships and taking the trump, where his strength would have come from airstrikes and torpedoing me from being undetected. So I don't know what he was necessarily thinking there. So yeah. We only took 88,000 damage overall, so that wasn't too bad. And this is what we ended with premium account. I think I was running a blue booster here for the fun of it in Mode Shuffle. So let me know if you're excited to have Mode Shuffle back here in World of Warships. And yes, I think it'd be awesome to have it as a permanent battle type. So it'll be fun to see what ends up happening with that. But I'm imagining Wargaming is probably going to just introduce it at various points to kind of increase player numbers, maybe between different patches, different updates as they deem necessary. So we'll have to see how the future of that goes. But that being said, if you liked today's video, give a thumbs up. If you didn't, give a thumbs down. Subscribe if you do want to see more. If you subscribe, thanks so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you to my Patreon supporters, and have fun on the sailing the 7 seas of Warships. Until next time, take care.